Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call your state legislators and tell them to act now. We watched the tragic saga of 7-year-old James Younger unfold in Texas. James Younger is a biological boy, but when he was 3 years old, James's mother told him he was a girl. The mother locked James in his room and told him that monsters only eat little boys. She withheld affection from James unless he acted like a girl. She dressed James in dresses, painted his nails, bought him headbands and hair clips, took him to a transgender clinic, and she told the court she would put James on puberty-blocking medication to chemically castrate him when he turned 8 or 9 years old, to turn him into a transgender girl. And by the way, these puberty-blocking medication, these puberty blockers, are the same medication used to chemically castrate convicted sex offenders. This is child abuse, and your state representatives have the power to stop this. The Texas state legislature must ban puberty-blocking medication for children with gender disorders. So call your state representative and your senator, leave a message, show up at their town hall events, write them a letter, send them an email, and say this: as your constituent, I demand that you support legislation that bans puberty-blocking medication for children with gender dysphoria. This medication is not FDA approved to treat gender dysphoria. This is a pharmaceutical drug approved to treat precocious puberty, prostate cancer, and severe endometriosis. It has extremely serious side effects, including memory loss, and that is in fully developed adults. There's no scientific study about the danger of this drug on children, on children's memory or children's mental development, or the severity of long-term physical impacts. When this drug is used on children with gender dysphoria, the purpose is not to treat an illness in the body, but to disrupt and stifle normal, healthy bodily function. It can lead to permanent sterilization. It is child abuse to subject children to this medical, political, sexual experimentation. There is also no scientific evidence that transitioning is curative for gender dysphoria. The suicide rate, in fact, for people with gender dysphoria remains static even after surgery. 85 to 90% of children who suffer from gender dysphoria outgrow it by the time they're adults, if they do not transition as children. As an elected government official, it is your duty to protect children from this medical malpractice and this child abuse. Now, I know you're afraid of being called a bigot. You're afraid of being called transphobic. But you Texas legislators need to step up and do your job. If you're too afraid to protect children from abuse, then what are you doing even serving in government? Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, the whole Republican delegation in the state legislature and Senate, our eyes are on you. Do your job. Ban puberty blockers for children with gender dysphoria, or your voters will find somebody else who can do your job better.